I got into a really, really big friend group first flight week of college. That really shaped the whole trajectory of how I started college too, because it was just a lot more people than I was used to. It was a new view of like people seeing me on a level that I was not used to, or talking to people every day and having this many like friends. I wanted to please them. Oh, a new start. I don't get to be a charity case here. I'm not the needy kid. I'm not the one that's suffering. I don't have to be seen as that anymore. So that made me like want to perform for them. So I was just like, okay, if this is the version that keeps them happy, then that's okay. But then I'm surrounded by people who don't even know how I feel mentally. Any time that it would even remotely feel like they were trying to bark up that tree, it was just like, no, like I'm good. Like, you don't have to worry about me. So beneath the surface, I really was struggling. I started writing poetry again, because that's something that I've always done to control my emotions. And that's when it first started me trying to tell them in the way that was still performative, but in the way that would kind of give them an inkling into how I was feeling. But they still took it as like, oh my God, like performative. And I was just like, dang, like, oh, here we go. Thank you. I continued to cry out for help. I continued to write, I continued to journal. Nothing happened. I remember I did one last performance. If nobody reaches out, like if nobody like asks me if I'm okay, if nobody's there for me, like I'm over it. Like I don't care no more. And I did it. And of course it was just like snapping and clapping, and it was not what I wanted. And so I was just like, okay, like I'm finished. I had went to my university union. I went to my school. I got on a bus. I went all the way to the university union. I went to the 4th floor, and I sat there and I just bawled. I just cried out to the Lord, and I was just like, well, if you are real, it's either one, you hate my guts, or I'm not worthy, I'm not enough. Like there was nothing that I can do that I would be deserving. So I remember getting on the rails, and as I just got ready to come to terms with it, I literally heard like, I've been with you this whole time. That one moment that I felt with that comfort with the Lord, it felt so much better than any other thing that I had tried to do, whether it was with sexual sin, whether it was with drugs, whether it was alcohol. It was literally like that one moment. It's just like I had like a feeling that, okay, I'm gonna be okay. And I realized like, I actually need help. Like I can't do this by myself. Like this is not something that I can do. I had the inkling, once again, to reach out to this woman by the name of Paula. And I had never talked to her before. We never held more than probably like a 5-second, hey, how are you? And kept it pushing. But it was just something that drew me to her. Text her on Instagram, and I wrote this whole paragraph just basically saying like, I needed help and I wanted to take the next step, but I just didn't know how. And so I asked her, could we talk? And I remember being so terrified to send a message. I was like, this girl don't even know me. And she's gonna be like, bro, why are you texting me?
I think when I read the message, I'm like, I wanna know what's going on in her life, because I think I can relate to her.
She texted me back the next morning and was just like,
wanna meet up today?
Dang, like she cares about me that much to want to talk to me. She don't even know me. And here was this stranger who once again saw me, and that love that she showed was the same love that I felt on that ledge. And I was like, man, this is Jesus. Like I'm looking like.
It was me sharing my story, and us sitting in that a little bit. And I think that gave the space for her to be like, I want that. I want to give my life to Jesus. That's when I began to invite her to our church, the Village Church Denton.
The first time I met her, we were at our weekly gathering, and Paula had introduced me to her, and she was like, this is Ray. And I was like, oh my gosh, Ray. And she just hugged me like immediately, and it was kind of like we had known each other for years. She just locked right in, and people locked arms with her pretty immediately. Getting to sit and actually be with the Lord in those spaces has been so transformative to her. She is a woman who just deeply, deeply loves the Lord and wants other people to see that.
As I'm suffering, I have people who will walk it out with me. I don't have to perform for my community. I can literally just walk up to them and cry. I've never had this community, and it was because of the love of the Lord. Lord, like if that is my calling on my life for my suffering to give people hope, then I'm okay with that. And that doesn't make it easy, you know, but it does make it worth it. And it makes me continue to have faith in the Lord.